Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Hope all are doing good. Like, share, subscribe and click on the bell icon for the latest notification of the upcoming videos. Do watch and comment for my videos. So first of all, I wanted to tell all my viewers is that these videos are not only suitable for any particular exams but for all competitive exams. These form the basics. So those who have missed any of my videos, you can just click on the link in the description box and visit my channel, and from the playlist you can select the videos and watch it. Okay, so I have already covered reasoning and now we are into quants, and in this session we are going to cover compound interest part 5. Already we are done with 4 sessions, so those who have missed any of the sessions, please do watch and come here, because based on those methods only we are solving questions. Okay, so only if you watch those you'll understand these concepts. Okay, so yes, so in this session we will see 2 types of questions. Okay, in that itself there are variety of questions, so we'll see how to proceed it, okay, one by one. And the first type is that when different rate percentages are given, that is when different rate of interest are given. We have already seen this in simple interest also, so in compound interest how to solve it we'll see. And the other type is that we'll have to find the principal when two different amount for 2 different years are given. In that case, how to solve question we'll see in this session. Okay, here comes the first question, which is based on different rate percentages. Okay, so we have already seen this question in essay also, so there we solved it differently, and here how to solve it we'll see. Okay, so here is the question: what will be the amount if a sum of rupees 5,000 is placed at compound interest for 2 years, while the interest rate for the first and the second year is 2% and 4% respectively? So what all information is given? Principal is given, number of years is given, and 2 different rate percentage for 2 different years they are given. We'll have to find the amount. First read the question carefully, find what we'll have to find, whether compound interest or amount. Okay, here amount we'll have to find. Okay, so simply you can go with any of the methods that we have discussed, like fraction method or formula method, or successive percentage. Other than 2-1-3-3-1 method, you can go with any other method. Okay, here since it is 2 years, I have chosen successive percentage method, which is quite easy. Okay, so for 2 and 4, consider it to be x and y. So x plus y plus xy by 100, right? So 2 plus 4 plus 2 into 4 by 100. So 6 plus 0.08 you will get, which is 6.08. Okay, so if you find 6.08% of 5,000, you will get your compound interest, right? Yes. So our question is amount. Amount is nothing but principal plus compound interest. Principal is already 5,000 plus compound interest we have found it as 304. Okay, 5,000 plus 304 will give you 5,304. Okay, I hope you understood. The next question, guys: if the rate of compound interest for the first, second and third year be 8%, 10% and 15% respectively, find the amount and compound interest on rupees 12,000 in 3 years. So here amount and compound interest we'll have to find, and 3 different rate percentages are given. Okay, either you can go with successive or fraction method. Formula method if you go, it will take too long time. Okay, so successive percentage if you go, you must consider x and y to be 8 and 10 first, and you will get the answer, right? That you will take it as x again and 15% as y, and you will proceed. Here I have chosen the fraction method. Okay, I'll tell you how to solve it. Okay, so first convert all the percentages into fractions. So 8% is 8 by 100. On simplification you get it as 2 by 25. Okay, 10% is 10 by 100, which is nothing but 1 by 10, and 15% is 15 by 100, which is on simplification you get it as 3 and 20. Okay, so what your denominator represents? Principal, and in your numerator it is your compound interest. But as I told you, fraction method we require principal as well as amount only. So principal we know and amount find it now. Principal plus compound interest, so 25 plus 2, which is 27, then 10 plus 1, which is 11, and 20 plus 3, which is 23. Okay, so write it down. For 3 different years, write down. For 25, 27, 10, 11, 20 and 23, your principal and amount would be like this respectively. Now multiply all the principal together, all the amount together. Okay, so we have got the principal for 3 years and amount for 3 years. But we require compound interest, right? So find the difference between the principal and amount. So you get it as 1831 for a difference from 6831 and 5000. Okay. So till this I hope you know. After which what you will do, when you consider your principal to be 5000, your amount is 6831, but our principal in our question is 12,000. So what will be your amount? Question mark. Simply cross multiply, cancel, you'll finally get the amount value as 16,394.4. okay. See, the calculation part is actually tough. Practice more questions so you can get easy calculation. Okay, then now you know principal and amount. Simply you can subtract and get the compound interest. You need not go for again principal compound interest 5000 and therefore 12,000 how much is your compound interest. You need not go for the step because you know principal and amount. Also simply subtract and you find the answer as 4394.4. I hope you understood. Yes. See the next question, which is quite similar to the previous question. So try it by yourself using both the fraction method as well as successive percentage method. Since it is 3 years, again I have used fraction method. Okay, so 10% is 1 by 10, 12% is 12 by 100 and 15% is 15 by 100. On cancellation you get it as 3 by 25 and 3 by 20. Okay, so now principal and amount you need. So principal you know and amount you must calculate and keep. 10 plus 1 which is 11, 25 plus 3 which is 28 and 20 plus 3 which is 23. Okay, so when your principal is 10, your amount is 11. When it is 25, amount is 28, and when your principal is 20, your amount is 23. So multiply all the principal together and all the amount together, you get it as 5,000 and 7,084. Okay, now our question is compound interest we'll have to find. So subtract amount and principal, you will get the compound interest, right? So next how we will form the equation. When your principal is 5,000, your compound interest is 2,084. But our question is our principal is 16,000. In that case, what is our compound interest we'll have to find. So simply cross multiply. Finally you'll get the answer as 6668.8. I hope you understood. Yes. So I hope you understood how to solve the questions when you get different rate percentages. Yes, so we'll move on to the next variety of question. Okay, so before which I want to again tell you about a concept that we already discussed, double triple concept. We will make it clear once again so that is used for the remaining problem to be solved. Okay, so let us see. The question would be like this. Double triple concept is like this. When your principal doubles or when your sum doubles in 5 years, in 20 years how many times it would become. Okay, that kind of questions. There we use a shortcut using powers, right, and solve this question. The actual concept is like this. See, principal initially it is p, so when it doubles it becomes 2p in 5 years, right? So next again when it doubles it becomes 4p in next 5 years, and again when it doubles 4p to 8p it becomes next 5 years, and 8p to 16p it becomes next 5 years. On total 20 years. So how many times it will become your principal initially, which was p, it will become 16p, right? So 16 times is your answer. You notice one thing, there is a constant ratio that they maintain. See, 1:2. P to 2p it is 1:2. 2p to 4p it is 1:2, right? So they maintain a constant ratio. Okay, using this concept we'll solve question. Okay, I'll explain you. See the question. So this is how the question will be. Find the sum where the principal amounts to some value after n years, and from that to another amount after n years. Okay, in that case we have different conditions. Okay, first condition is when number of years is same, that is from principal to amount 1 it is 2 years, means from amount 1 to amount 2 also 2 years, means in that case how to solve. Just remember the previous thing that we discussed, it maintains a constant ratio, right? So when it is constant we will simply use a concept like p by a1 is equal to a1 by a2. This ratio we will follow. I hope you know this, right? So that is the simple concept that we'll use to solve this question. Okay, there are other conditions where the number of years changes, like from first year to second year there is a gap difference of 1 year. Okay, 2 years, 3 years, like that conditions if it comes, how we'll use, we'll see. Okay, one by one. Here is the first question, guys. A sum of money invested at compound interest amounts to rupees 13,380 after 3 years and to rupees 20,070 after 6 years. The sum of money is. So we will have to find the principal. They have given two different amounts and number of years 3 and 6. Okay. First, you write down what all information is given. Write it down like this. So, P, A1, A2. And the difference in the number of years is 3. Listen to this very carefully. And to rupees 20,000 after 6 years means on total of 6 years. Okay. In which 3 years already this amount is 13,380. So, for the remaining 3 years it is 20,070. Okay. This is how you will have to split. Simply don't write it as 3 years above and 6 years down. Okay. The same gap difference of 3 years only. Okay. This is how you will have to understand the concept, because after 6 years means on total of 6 years, 3 years the amount is 13,380 and after which 3 years it is 20,070. I hope you are very clear now. Yes. So write it down. Okay, so we will follow the ratio P by A1 is equal to A1 by A2. So simply substitute the value for A1 and A2, keeping P in left hand side. So P is equal to A1 into A1 by A2. So on cancelling, you will get the answer of principal as 8,920. Hope you are very clear with this concept. Yes. We have seen the first condition when the number of years are same. Here it is quite different. We'll see the question. Okay, a sum of money invested at compound interest amounts to rupees 4624 in 2 years and 4913 in 3 years. The sum of money is. So write down what all is given. Principal we'll have to find. Amount 1 is 4624 and amount 2 is 4913 and the year difference is 2 years and 1 year, right? Because on total it is 3 years. That is from principal to amount 1 it is 2 years and from amount to 1 to amount 2 it is 1 year. Okay, on total it is 3 years. Don't get confused. Okay, so we'll have to find the principal. Simply understand the concept. First take the known values, keeping the unknown values next. Okay, so amount 1, amount 2 we know. So using that first we'll find the R percentage and after which we'll find the principal using those values. Okay, so consider amount 1 and amount 2. So just assume amount 1 to be principal. So within 1 year 4624 has become 4913. How it has become? How that value has come? Just think, 4624 plus some value of interest added to it will give you a value of 4913, right? Some interest is added to 4624. That is why you get next year as 4913. So when you subtract 4913 and 4624, you will get the interest, right? Using that interest we can find the right percentage, right? Yes, we'll do that. Okay, I hope you understood the concept. Please be very careful in this. Okay, that is, see, from one amount to another amount within 1 year, if there is an increase, that increase is nothing but due to your compound or simple interest. Here it is compound interest, right? So when you subtract both, you can get your compound interest, right? So subtract 4913 and 4624. You will get the value as 289. That 289 is nothing but the interest charged on 4624, right? So R percentage, how we will find? 289 by 4624 into 100, right? Or in other terms, for 4624, 289 is your interest, means for 100 how much it is. I hope you understood. Yes, please be very clear in this concept. Okay, so you can find the R percentage as 6.25%. Now you have got R percentage and the remaining problem we can solve. Okay, now take the first part, that is the unknown part. Using principal A1 number of years we can find. See, R percentages you have got it as 6 1 by 4 percentage and number of years is remaining 2 years, right? And amount is 4624. So using this information you can find P, right? Yes, you can go with fraction method and find the principal. Okay, see, I have given that in this left hand side. Okay, so what is your this thing? 6 1 by 4 is nothing but 6 into 4 plus 1, which is 20 by 4, 25 by 4, right? R percentage. So 25 by 4 percentage means 25 by 4 into 100, which is 400. Okay, on simplification, that is fraction method I have converted. So on simplification you get it as 1 by 16, where 16 represents your principal and 1 represents your compound interest. So you want your amount, so 16 plus 1, which is 17. Okay, since it is 2 years, we will repeat it 2 times, then multiply both the 16s and both the 17s and find the answer. Now your question is, you will have to find the principal when your amount is 4624, right? Yes. Now cross multiply, you will get the principal as 4096. I hope you understood. Yes. Next condition, guys, the sum of money invested at compound interest amounts to rupees 250 in 3 years and to rupees 360 in 5 years. The sum of money is. So the same question, but the difference is here 3 years after 2 years. Okay, not 3 and 5. Remember that, don't forget it. Okay, so on total it is 5 years. First set it is 3 years, and from A1 to A2 it is 2 years. Okay. Now see the known part A1 and A2, that only we will take, right, and find R percentage, and using that we will find principal, right? So that part you take. In previous question we have seen the difference between the first amount and second amount, the number of year is 1. So easily what we did, we subtracted A2 and A1 and found the interest, and using that we found R percentage. But since it is 2 years, if it is simple interest we can split it equally, but here it is compound interest, right? So we cannot do that. So we'll go with one method which is quite easy only, but understand the concept very clearly. Okay, so as I told you, we will consider or assume that A1 to be principal and A2 to be A2 to be amount. Okay, so principal amount, keep it like that. Okay, for 2 years it is 250 and 360, right? Yes, so for 1 year you will have to find. Okay, so 1 year means usually what we will do, we will divide by 2. Instead, in this problem we will take square root. Okay, don't forget this, that is principal and amount is there, and it is for 2 years or 3 years means we will take the square root. Suppose if it is 3 years, we will take cube root. 4 years means 4 times you will take the root and find the value. Okay, like this it goes on. Okay, so most probably till 3 only they'll ask. Okay, so understand the concept, that is when your principal and amount for 2 years it is there, when you have to convert it into 1 year, we'll take the square root. Okay, so before taking square root, first simplify it to a root. Okay, root value. So 250 and 360 means cancel the 0 0, so it becomes 25 and 36, which is a perfect square, right? So root of 25 means 5 and root of 36 means 6, right? That is from principal to amount, that is 5 to 6, they have charged a interest of 1 rupee. Okay, so 1 out of 5. Yes, so for 100 how much it will be, we'll have to find, right? Hope you understood. That is 1 rupee is the interest for 5 rupees. So for 100 rupees how much it will be, we'll have to find. So on simplification get it as 20%. Now you have got the rate percentage as 20%. Now take the unknown value, principal. We'll have to find where your amount is 250 and number of years is 3 years. Now substitute the values, go with fraction method, you can find the answer as 144.67. You try it by yourself. Okay, see the next question, guys. This you try it by yourself using the previous concept, the same concept. Instead the difference is here 3 years, so instead of square root, here you will take the cube root. These questions are framed by myself for you to understand the concept. Okay, so let us see, I'll explain you. A sum of money invested at compound interest amounts to rupees 72900 in 2 years and to rupees 133100 in 5 years. The sum of money is. So first what we'll do, write down what all is given. P, A1, A2. A1 is 72900, A2 is 133100. First part it is 2 years and second part is remaining 3 years. On total it is 5 years. Okay. Okay. Now what we'll have to do, take the known values A1 and A2 and consider it to be P and A. So 72900 and 133100, it is for 3 years. So on finding for 1 year, you will take the cube root, right? So taking cube root, first simplify the values to a perfect cube, okay? So 729 and 1331, which is nothing but 9 cube and 11 cube, right? So here value for 1 year, it would be 9 and 11. So for 9 rupees, they charged an interest of 2 rupees. So for 100, we'll have to find. So 2 by 9 into 100, which gives you 22.22. So R percentage you have got. Now take the unknown value part, okay? That is P, A1 and number of years you know, R percentage you know. So using that, using fraction method, you can easily find it as 48800.826, okay? So these are questions that are framed by me. That's why you get decimal values, okay? So in exams you may have direct values where the calculation part would be easy, okay? So don't worry. So I hope you understood the whole concept what I have taught you in this session. So practice more questions, then only you will remember these shortcuts, okay? So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for all the support given. Keep supporting. So thank you.